Hi, I'm Sebastian Jones and I'm the president of Stranger Comics. I'm also the co-author of Niobe, She Is Life, The Untamed, Dusu Path of the Ancient, and Erythune. I also write kids books.
Okay.
The I Am book series with Garcelle Beauvais.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about Niobe?
Sure, Niobe is the Luke Skywalker of our fantasy world of Asunder. She's first introduced in the graphic novel The Untamed, which was illustrated by Peter Bergting of Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings fame and Daryl May. And then Niobe span off into her own tale, which I co-wrote with Amanda Stenberg, who played Rue in the Hunger Games, who's a wonderful social activist of our generation, and Ashley A. Woods out of Chicago did the beautiful illustrations, again with Daryl doing layouts. And Niobe became the first ever nationally distributed comic book with a black female author, artist, and hero in the history of comics.
Okay, nice. And so you were talking in your panel a little bit about the history of Niobe and how much it means to you. Can you talk a bit about that?
Yeah, so Niobe came to me when I was very, very young. I was a teenager, and I was reading a lot of fantasy, like most geeks do. And I kind of realized that a lot of the fantasy I was reading didn't have a lot of folks of color being the heroes of the tales, and I didn't see any elves that represented folks of color as well. And so I'm mixed, and I think I gravitated towards creating a character that I could relate to, and I could see myself in and maybe fall in love with, probably as a teenager. And so she became kind of this opportunity to see folks of color being represented in a really truthful, organic, and honest way, where Niobe can become essentially this messiah character that can bind nations. And it was probably a reflection of what I was going through, wanting to bridge gaps and build and culturally build. And so that's what I did with her in this world, is have her be this opportunity as someone that can bring folks together.
Okay, and what are some of the other projects that you're working on right now?
Right now I'm doing Erythune. It actually features Niobe when she's older, and Daryl, who is our layout and concept artist, actually co-wrote that with me, and it's awesome. It's set in the Scandinavian region of our world called Putterfang. Dusu Path of the Ancient, which is set in the Ugoma jungle, which is in the West African part of our world. It's actually Niobe's tribe, she just doesn't know it yet. And the Untamed sequel, actually the Untamed first big book was called Sinner's Prayer, after the Ray Charles tune Sinner's Prayer. I'm a big blues junkie. And then the next Untamed book was called Killing Floor, after Hard Time Killing Floor Blues by Skip James.
Okay, nice.
And that actually has Jay Lee out of the Dark Tower and Wolverine doing variant covers, and the same artist, Peter Bergting, paints the Killing Floor as well.
And what about the Vampire Hunter D project?
Well, that is, I'm not writing that. We got very, very lucky to have Brandon Easton of Agent Carter and Civil War doing the writing, and Michael Bouchard from The Darkness, Artifacts doing the art, and we also have Jay Lee doing variants as well. And we just got very, very lucky. We're very honored that the good folks at Unified Pictures and Digital Frontier picked us as the publishing company to be the publisher for Vampire Hunter D. And that'll be dropping in about 2.5 months, and the artwork is looking ridiculous. So if you're a Vampire Hunter D junkie, you got to go out and put your pre-order in now, because those things are going to fly.
Okay. And is there anything else that you want to add?
Thank you very much. Check out Stranger Comics, strangercomics.com. Follow us. See the kind of worlds that we are building, because we are definitely growing, and we're doing our best to represent all folks from all walks of life in a very honest and truthful way. So that's us.